Here we are in Basingstoke. Just take in the atmosphere. Just look at this garden. You know, there's a big fountain, there's a big festival happening at the same time. And it's just so beautiful. I mean, it really feels as if I'm in some sort of a, relaxation center or something like that, And I'm standing with 4 people who are really staunch Basingstokeites, I should say, huh?
Yeah.
Basingstoke residents, and all of you love Basingstoke. Is that a fair enough assumption?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, I mean, Basingstoke. This is my first time here. What's so good about Basingstoke?
I mean, it's good about it's a diverse community, and it's not in London. But still we have a near to the London, and it's a green space everywhere, and it's a rural aspects of the Hampshire. That's the main thing.
When you say rural aspect, what do you mean?
I mean, you got a farms, you got a play areas, and you got a greeneries everywhere, the parks everywhere. That's what I see as the rural aspects of it.
Very nice. A rural aspect. What about you, ma'am? What do you like most about Basingstoke?
I like the community over here, as Srini said. Yes, and I'm so happy. I'm living from past 4 years, and I'm loving the place to a great extent, actually. And we are running many voluntary organizations over here, so which is helping everyone actually around us.
Okay. What about both of you? What's the best bit about living in Basingstoke? You get to come to festivals like these?
Yeah, I mean, for the past 5-6 years, I've been coming to this festival. This is the first time I'm taking part, and we've got our own stall here.
So what are you doing in your stall?
We have Indian food, the dosas, vadas, which we've been missing back home. So we got some professional.
I'm invited.
Yeah,
no?
you can have the. You can taste the dosa, chicken biryani, veg biryani, vada, and then it's delicious. I had already veg dosa and then vada already.
Have you cooked some of that, or is that?
No, so you can be confident in tasting it.
What about you, sir? What's the best bit about Basingstoke?
Interesting bit is, I mean, it is not far away from London, but again, you have a different atmosphere here compared to London. Like you rightly said, in London you'll see a lot of hustle and bustle, but here you can definitely see people being more courteous, more receiving. Like Srini said, you have a lot of village atmosphere around, like old Basing. There's a lot of history attached to Basingstoke. That's very important. And the diversity, like she mentioned, is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
So tell me, in terms of being a commuter town, lots of people say that while it's great to live in commuter towns, and we have praised Basingstoke, anybody watching this may just pack their bags and come to Basingstoke. But there's also, things that, obviously come with being a commuter town. Tell me, are there any negatives of living in Basingstoke? Anything particularly that you'd like to change? Anything?
I miss Indian restaurants, the kind of the pani puri and all that food which we have back in
India. A lot of absolute foodie, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I get the questions on the same topic, but yeah. But we miss the restaurants in a proper Indian restaurants in Basingstoke. That's the most thing which we have.
Why don't you make your stall a permanent fixture?
We're trying to do so, but I'm being a IT developer as well, but I'm trying to do so, get some food thing which we can have.
Maybe you should switch professions and start making dosas instead of software programs. What about you, Srini? What's that one thing you feel Basingstoke lacks, or if you had a magic wand, you'd change about Basingstoke?
I think probably the cultural aspects of it. I mean, in London you get many sort of arts and music festivals, and then so many museums.
Yeah.
But in Basingstoke, probably we don't have that much. I mean, probably
you have a museum here?
Yes, we do have a Wills Museum and other museum, motor museum, but not great as the sort of a London museums. I mean, probably that thing.
So, I mean,
we would
cultural
aspects of it. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, ma'am? One thing which you feel Basingstoke lacks?
One thing, maybe I'll say that we have very good secondary schools, but we don't have grammar schools over here. So it will be very grateful, but we are thinking like it might come in future. So probably in a couple of years we might have a grammar school. So that's the thing I wish, like if I have a want, maybe I'll say, please grammar school, come in.
I have been here for the last 8 years now. I mean, I have seen multiple changes for the last 6 years here. One thing which I would like to say is, more integration of communities here. I mean, for example, if we take this particular festival, we have multiple Indian people representing multiple states, but I have not seen an integrated bit here. What we are lacking here is, we need to bring...
It's not a melting pot. It's a pot which is all the...
We are in silos.
Frozen pot.
Absolutely. What I would prefer is, as an Indian, I would like to see many people integrating and trying to do it as one act rather than multiple silo acts. That's something which we may have to work on.
Correct. Actually, tell me a bit about this, because community is so important. And I know it's beginning to rain, and that's one thing we can't change about Basingstoke. But we can't change that. But we won't let you get too wet. But I want to ask you one question before you wrap up. That about this community aspect of it. Like you said, that integration and different communities talking to each other and all of that. Does that happen enough in Sri?
I think it is happening. I mean, we got the Basingstoke.
How big is the Indian community?
It's a lot. I mean, it's if you see, it's mainly in this festival, you get a 40-50% of the people are from the Indian origins.
Yeah, there's Bhangra happening.
Bhangra happening, and then there's a HSS, Hindu Savak Sangh, and then everything. I mean, we are from the Telugu Association of Basingstoke, and then we're working with the Kannada Association, Tamil Association, all the people, and Basingstoke Hindu Society, and all the people. I mean, yes, it needs to be one melting point. That's the reason we have a Basingstoke Multicultural Forum, and we're trying to bring in all
That's why you do festivals like these, right?
I mean, we're trying to bring all the ethnic communities into one platform. That's what we're doing here.
There's lots of things that you can control, but the one thing that you can't control is often the weather. But here you go. This is the view from Basingstoke. It was very sunny. We had arranged for the sun to come out here. I don't know what's happened to that arrangement. But before we wrap, I want to ask all of you, and thank you so very much for bearing up doing this in the rain.
We are used to
it. But you're used to it. You're used to it. One word. If I say the word Basingstoke, what's that one word that comes to your mind?
It's one of the IT hub, like many software companies, so it's the best IT hub.
One word.
I think home from home. I mean, that's
home
it.
Away from home. What about you?
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Basingstoke is known for many roundabouts.
Okay. Now here I am in Basingstoke. It's a community town, a commuter town, I should say, away from London. And I've met some very interesting people here doing some really interesting things. But of all the people I've met, this has to be the most interesting stall, and that's because all of you have been awake since 3 in the morning, I'm told.
Exactly. Yeah.
And all of you have been making some very interesting and very tasty South Indian food. And I can see there's dosa, there's vada, there's a bit of biryanis as well. Tell me, ma'am, you're recreating Hyderabad, you're recreating Andhra Pradesh here in Basingstoke with food. Is that easy?
Yeah, it has been a little bit of hard work to put into, and because as a community we came in all together, and everybody has been doing their little bits which comes together, and here we are, and we're taking consideration.
What have you cooked of all of these things?
We've cooked actually like everybody.
Yeah,
exactly.
So what's on the menu?
There's vegetable rice, chicken biryani, and then we've made tomato chutney, sambar, and potato masala for the dosas, and the dosa batter, and the vada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, ma'am? Is this fun, waking up at 3 in the morning and making South Indian food?
Yeah, it's fun rather than tiresome. It's fun.
Yeah.
Coming today is one thing, and thinking about the 1 month ahead, like what to do, what not to do, where to shop.
So did you all have like these serious meetings deciding the menu?
Exactly.
Yeah?
Every Friday we used to have 6 to 8 serious meeting, fun meeting than a serious thing.
Yeah.
So we used to think like, what is plan A? If that doesn't work, what is plan B? If not, go back to plan A. So all kind of combinations.
So is this plan A, B, C, D? What plan is this?
All mixed up. All mixed up.
All mixed up. Okay, tell me, this is the Telugu Association here in Basingstoke, and I don't know if all of you can see, but on all of these aprons, there's the Telugu Association, very proud, symbol of very proud of the Telugu.
From past 4 years.
You're running for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is this Telugu Association all about? Is it only about dosas and interesting biryani on a rainy Saturday, or what's this about? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not like Saturday, but we have to. People has to know what Telugu food will be.
Yeah.
So we are making that the main concentration on that. Yeah.
Okay,
Rather than food, we want to just not forget our roots from where we to come.
Yeah.
So we want our children, especially our children who were born here, they should know background from where their mom and grandma
everybody are
They
there.
should not look at you and say, "Mommy, what's a dosa?"
Dosa. Not only food, everything,
everything.
all the culture, everything. So we started this association with not only the food but all the festivals.
But the food is the best part.
The,
no?
the best
One
part
of the
is
best.
gathering.
Actually, one point which we would like to say is this is a charitable organization.
Yeah.
Today, this stall is not run for profits. It's for, again, serving to the community, so running classes.
Yeah.
It's all run by volunteers who have their day jobs and then come in the evening, take some time out, and then teach the children some languages as well.
So it's food, it's culture, it's teaching children a bit of language. Ma'am, tell me, what does the Telugu Association mean to you? And for you, why is it so important being a part of this association?
First of all, I would like adding to what Lalita added. It started off with our children shouldn't miss some things which definitely they are missing, being away from India, being away from grandparents and all other family members. Apart from that, they should be knowing what culture they have come from. So it's the festivals, as well as we have a lot of history of ours, India. So we need to know about that, and also we can, what little we know, I suppose what little I know, I would want to pass it on to my children. So they are proud of their roots.
Fantastic. So it was really nice to talk to all of you, but the proof of the pudding is in tasting it, and the same rule goes for the dosa. Huh? So I'm going to actually have a bite of this dosa right in front of me. We have spoken so much that it's become a bit cold, but there you go. Actually, I'm going to have the vada first. So, no, it's fine. It's fine. A taste of Andhra Pradesh right here in Basingstoke. My mouth is full. I know what to do right after this chat. Do send us feedback about where do you go to have your dosa and vada. You can tweet me. Come here.
They come to Basingstoke to eat this.
Basingstoke. Is that the message?
Yeah, anytime we are ready to do anything.
There you go.
Just serve the community.
There you go. 4 very, very spirited people who've been up since 3 in the morning making dosas and vadas. And they say that if you ever require to eat these and connect with your Indian roots, come to Basingstoke.